Britain's government recently spunked some taxpayers' money up the wall on a video to raise awareness of sexual harassment. Let's take a look.
Oh, look, my bus is over there. I've got to go. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later.
You alright? Where are you going then? Oi! Are you even listening?
Go away, you're so immature.
Are you going to tell me or not?
Come on, man, let's just go.
Boy, where are you going? Oi, why don't you come over here?
Go away, just leave me alone.
Come on, I know you want a bit of this. Why don't you come over here? Oi, I'm talking to you.
You okay?
You right, girl? Give us a smile.
I just want to get home.
Laugh, you moody cat.
Hey, leave it out, mate. Sorry.
I was only messing. I'm just trying to impress my mates.
I'm just having a laugh.
75% of girls in the UK have experienced some form of public sexual harassment in their lifetime. Don't disrespect.
Well, I suppose on the plus side, it's good to see that white men can still get cast in some adverts, and thank God someone's addressing the problem of young white men sexually harassing ethnic minority women. And isn't it lucky that there's an Asian fella there to correct the white boy's behaviour? Every time the authorities have a campaign to stop sexual harassment, it's just like this. Remember Sadiq Khan's Mate campaign, or the TFL campaign, or any other one? Take a look at this montage.
Nice. What? I was just looking at her. I was just looking at her ass.
Hey, go on, love. Just saying, she might like it. Just ask her if she needed a daddy.
The man in the grey suit is staring at you. Would you report it? It's him again. You can feel his breath. Would you report it? Is that his bag? He's not carrying one. 1 second, 2 seconds. Would you report it?
What? What?
Nothing.
I can stand here.
Yes.
Oh my days.
How's he going viral? Oi, oi, look at the body on that.
Hey, give us a smile.
Mate,
It's rude to ignore people, you know.
mate, that's not okay.
Enough.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Just show me the messages. Give me the phone.
Enough. We can let victims of coercive control know that support is available.
You're okay? I'm here if you need to talk.
You alright, yeah? She was listening, man. Want a crisp? Go on, have a crisp. Go on, have a crisp. Bit of a moody one, isn't she? A little bit rude, to be honest. God, geez, am I really that bad?
My taxi's nearly here.
Taxi?
Oi, Jacob, you're not going to say anything?
Can you see a pattern emerging? I mean, you might as well go the whole hog and have white women sexually harassing black men. Oh wait, they already did. The reason this sticks in my craw is that it's a subversion of the truth, and it's an example of the anti-white racism that is now enshrined in British law. You might have heard lately, but Britain has, to put it mildly, a bit of a problem with the sexual harassment of girls by Pakistani Muslim men. Our decades-long grooming gang scandal was enabled and covered up by the authorities, who do everything they can to hide the obvious consequences of importing tons of young men from medieval misogynistic cultures. The same authorities who produce videos like this and also say, well, we can't say for sure if there's any demographic overrepresentation because data recorded for victim and offender is sadly insufficient. Yeah, it's sadly insufficient because authorities are so desperate to minimise these crimes that some of them have stopped recording data revealing the ethnicity. Data from other countries in Western Europe shows that people from alien misogynistic cultures are, surprise surprise, overrepresented as perpetrators of sex crime. For example, Afghan men are 40 times more likely to be perpetrators of gang rape compared compared to the native population. Official reports exposing the scale of abuse, such as in Rotherham and Rochdale, were ignored, delayed or redacted to downplay the issue. Despite victims reporting crimes, police frequently dismissed cases or failed to investigate them properly. Police and social workers avoided addressing the issue directly due to concerns about offending minority communities. Authorities hesitated to take action against gangs as many perpetrators were of South Asian descent, and officials feared being accused of racism or Islamophobia. Some abuse cases were labelled as consensual relationships or general child exploitation rather than as organised grooming. Individuals, including social workers and journalists who raised concerns, were often silenced, dismissed, or even threatened with disciplinary action. Mainstream media initially avoided reporting on the issue or only covered it after significant public outcry. Even the term Asian grooming gangs is weirdly euphemistic. It sounds more like a Cambodian dog shampooing service than what was actually happening. But names and mugshots can't lie. Oh, why are white people like this? Won't somebody make a video telling them to stop it? But why do the authorities minimise and obfuscate this issue? It's true that they're worried about social cohesion. There's a sense that Britain's native population isn't swallowing the line that diversity is our greatest strength anymore. Last summer's Southport riots weren't just the response to those girls being killed. It's decades of fury at a government that, instead of dealing with grooming gangs, has blithely continued to import them and clearly decided that it's easier to silence anyone who complains about this issue than deal with it. So nobody in any position wants to possibly be blamed for possibly stirring up any anger or possibly looking racist, unless it's against white people who are entirely fair game, apparently. The reality is that our society and government are in the grip of an anti-white ideology. It's not just socially enforced, it's now even enshrined in legislation. New sentencing guidelines for the courts that have been just announced take into account whether or not you're from an ethnic or cultural minority and can give you a more lenient prison sentence if you are.
Turning to the new sentencing guidelines that's been published alongside this statement, which will make a custodial sentence less likely for, and I quote, ethnic minorities, cultural minorities, and faith minority communities. Why is the Justice Secretary enshrining this double standard, this two-tier approach to sentencing? This is an inversion of the rule of law. We on this side of the House believe in equality under the law. Why doesn't she?
Although if you are being sentenced and you are white, you can just say you're trans and have some sort of mental illness, because they're both on there as well. Maybe that's why rates of transitioning and ADHD are soaring. It's a safeguard against being punished for being white. Anyway, hopefully at some point attitudes will change and we'll get back to the values of judging people based on the content of their character rather than the colour of their skin. Maybe the remilitarisation of Europe will help push us in that direction. I've got a video on that coming out, so subscribe for that. And thanks for listening, and if you want to support me making these videos, you can become a Patreon and get exclusive content and early access and stuff, and I get money, which is great because I love money so much. And also I reinvest Patreon money in kit to make these videos and might even build a proper studio one day with no Wendy house in the background. Anyway, thanks for listening. I've been Leo Kears. Bye. Bye bye.